moment on this conference that I went for in Nairobi, when the South African Minister of Transport stood up in the gathering where there are political parties from all over the world, and he said to me, he said, I want to applaud Liberia because your election was so tight, hotly contested, and President Bouakai only defeated President Weah less than 30,000 votes. And yet, President Weah conceded. He said, you people should continue that democracy. I was proud. I'm going to say anyway, therefore, President Weah to concede and keep our democracy on the path it is something, of course, I'm proud of, and I'm happy he did that. I would praise him any day for that, because not many Africans can do that. Look, let's stop all these political norms. When people do something good, praise them. He could have stayed in power like other people. Yes, he could have done that. When President Bouakai...
Very much welcome today, Eric.
Thank you, Rana. Let me say thank you to all of you who have been keeping the torch burning. Our country is on the verge of collapse. If we are not careful, we wouldn't be able to recognize Liberia in the next 1 year. We have been swallowed up by incompetent leaders. In addition to that, they are thriving on massive corruption. Some would say industrial skills corruption. And if you were to pick up the U.S., which of course you guys follow, but just to brush on it a little, the U.S. Business Climate Report highlighting corruption, the lack of rule of law. These are things that are hindering the progress of our country, especially under the Joseph Yuma Bouakai government. And so it is a national emergency for all of us to rise up, conscientize our people, and do the honorable thing to redeem our country. I listened to the conversation on the issue of this gay right thing. It is not a strange thing. You know, when Unity Party was in power between 2006 to 2017 or 18 January, this gay issue was widely discussed. In fact, at one point in time, Madam Salif said prostitution was not illegal. I mean, I'm just unpacking the moral collapse of the leaders that we have had under the Unity Party. It took a justice minister to publicly disagree with her. And as the result of that, Justice Minister Christiana Todd was dismissed. Robert Salif was the lead campaigner for gay rights in our country under Madam Salif. And to have a job, you have to practice that. And so it is not strange for the Unity Party emergence of Joseph Bouakai to not want to introduce an anti-gay bill. What is horrifying is that the constituents that these honorable men claim to represent are in full support of the anti-gay bill. But because we have a compromised speaker and a compromised leadership who are accepting almost anything, including criminals in our country, just to look good. So we are experiencing these things. Presidential appointee as the Labor Inspector General. And before you arrest somebody, the law says you must be able to marginalize them with their basic rights that they have. And there are three ways or three layers that you need to consider before you carry on arrest. There must be a rate of arrest from the court, or they got something they call hot pursuit. That is, you had already a raid, but you ran away and they can find you. So accidentally, if a law enforcement officer meets you anywhere, they have the right to arrest you. That's hot pursuit. Then there's something called the plain view doctrine. That is, if you saw the man in the act committing a crime. As a law enforcer, you have the right to arrest, even without a writ, under the doctrine of plain view. Now, none of these things, these three layers that I give the right to an inspector general. He's there to inspect. He didn't say he's there to arrest. But at the end of the day, what is going to happen to him? Nothing. I listen to the very prince. I mean, this very brown man. He was on one radio station in Morocco about 2 days ago, where he claimed that the current minister of labor is undermining the Ministry of Labor. He said when he submits his report to this man, the man can compromise his report. The man does not act based upon his recommendation. In fact, he was even calling on the president to give him power to submit his report directly to the president and not to Minister Cooper Craft. That's what he said. He went further by saying the Ministry of Labor is completely dead. So this is a man who has not only undermined his very ministry, but I think he's power drunk, especially the power that he does not have, that he wants to exert, which is a mockery to our democracy. That's why the U.S. business climate report talks about these are things that are listed in the business climate report. In fact, we have not even.
Ashanti Kruma, how are you, Mama? Welcome. Thank you so much for.
We are declared rape as a national or somebody is on my land.
Prince, I'm cutting off the video you just displayed.
That's hearing me now?
Loud and clear, yeah.
Okay, sorry, someone was calling me, and sorry for that interruption.
No problem.
So as I was saying, now you have certain government officials abusing their powers by raping minors. When we were actively involved in activism, especially against sexual and gender-based violence, we demanded that we are led administration to declare rape as a national emergency, and which was done. But here we are under this regime. We have seen abuse of power. Not just that, we've seen people in top of offices shielding government officials from being arrested and from facing justice. Like the case of Brian McGill, this is not typical. As I'm sitting right here, my brother is accused of rape. He's currently at the Morovia Central Prison. What happened? We've seen this girl, the particular girl that accused my brother of rape has come clean and said that my brother never raped her. It was her mother who forced her to lie on my brother. We've been behind this government to accuse to like relieve him of that particular accusations, but we are nowhere, and they are even asking us to pay money to the government. So if we see these things happening before our eyes, it burns us, as because we are female, we are women, we cannot sit to watch these things happening. But again, this is what we have under the Baka-led government, when power or rule of law is no longer an ethics, when rule of law is abused, when rule of law has been sabotaged. So what I can say is it hurts my heart, because not just because I'm a female, but also I'm a mother. Coming up, we were, there are a lot of things that we were introduced to when we were coming up. And some of us, we cannot say we were abused, but some of our friends that we grew up with, as are victims of sexual abuse, of rape. And today, they have not even healed from the rape or the stigmatization. And today you have people in government raping young women, babies. That is so much, so much disgusting. And what is disgusting? What is disgusting is to see Gogrick come on backing a rapist. That is the most disgusting and disheartening thing I've ever seen in my life. Maybe one can say that Wecome and Bryant are involved into sodomizing young men because it is alleged that Wecome is a rape, is a gay. So it is clear that Brian knows something about that
Thank
he
you.
Thank you so kindly. So
social injustices. That's my passion, and that is what I'm determined to do. And on the topic,
Yeah, before you go to the topic, Shanti,
mm,
yes, I mean the only
okay. So to the topic of young girls, school-going children, who should be in school, they've been forced, they've been conscripted into marriage, they've been forced to marry. I think that was the point Prince was talking about. So you could just
yes,
talk about that, yeah.
yeah, I understood the question, and I was just coming into that. For me, when years back, these people throwing the traditional leaders, the traditional women against the Weah-led administration by portraying an image like we were against the traditional practices of our country. Let us set this record straight. We are not against these practices, but also there should be policies, there should be priorities set aside by the government to ensure that these traditional practices align with.
So, my brother Jake, you watch this video. The foreign minister is all around the place. Joseph Nyuma is all around. You know the entire team. What do you make of this?
For me, I would take a different turn. And I'm looking at that visa story. We got still a relationship with America. When our visa waiver, visa on arrival, yes. Let me tell Liberian people here before I switch to that particular dancing where she was dancing. We're the only country in Africa having 4 types of passport to follow us here. We get the ordinary, the green book, we get the service, we get official and diplomatic passport. It's been existing long time. If like people don't even know if the United Party don't know anything, let me teach them about traveling. Our 4 passport is so great. With visa, with the service passport, we don't need visa to go to Israel, Tel Aviv, visa on arrival, Gibraltar, Montenegro. I just giving your countries, Korea, South Korea, many countries, even Australia in Europe before were visa on arrival. With official service passport, diplomatic passport. They will give you 30 days entry. I laying it down here for Liberian people because the Unity Party they get low IQ. They just lie. They know anything. They're so dumb. So dumb. There's not a cup of tea of the Liberian people. We have a serious relationship with America. My brother Ronald said it here. DV is another gateway for Liberians to go to America on massive number. Imagine they denying it on DV. They don't go a lot. Only few can go. That's the easiest way to go to America. I'm not looking at whole that they people don't have a gender. They're rejoicing all kind of crazy thing. They're not talking about the bread and butter issue, all the things what they used to preach about. They don't talk about it. You look at how can the president, foreign minister celebrating visa for 3 to 5 years? A shame. Let me tell you something here, like followers. What I noticed in the video, I've been flagging it here many years. They coming to reality now. When I told you,
Fellow Liberians, home and abroad, it's a privilege again for us to be on here. We want to use this occasion to welcome each and every one of you under the Palava Hut. As usual, we solicit your kind gesture in helping to spread this news wide and far. Whenever we are on here, we ask that you do us a favor. And that favor we require is for you to kindly hit for us the share button, share with friends, share with family members, so that we can have a wonderful time together. We appreciate all of you for what you continue to do for this platform and for Mama Liberia, especially those of you patriots. I refer to you as patriots, that you always support our effort in ensuring that we can get the information to our people. We appreciate you. Thank you so very kindly. We see this as a national responsibility, and that's the reason why we are energized to do what we are doing. We want to say thanks to you who support us. Your support means a lot to us. And because you support us, we continue to go above and beyond to expose ills in society. And people around the world are listening to the arguments or the points that we are putting forth. Thank you so very kindly. So as usual, what I'm going to ask you to please do for us is to please hit the share button. Please help us hit the share button, share with others. Also send us some thumbs up and send us some, love emojis. These things can help to protect the video. So please, I'm begging you, if you are with us, send us some thumbs up, send us some love emojis to actually help to protect the video. Please do that for us. Today is a very sad day again in Liberia. Anytime there is a report of government failure, it's as if the system gets angry and press the speed to continue the abuses, the violation, and etc. We continue to say to you that the Liberian National Police under Wecome is now a gangster organization. Don't get me wrong. I am not saying that there are not professional people in the police. Some people we have worked with, some of them. Some along the way, we've impacted them in several ways. So we know that there are decent individuals in the Liberian National Police. We are not going to take that away from them. But it is unfortunate that the Liberian National Police has been overshadowed by all of the evil you can ever think about. The head of the agency or the head of the institution dictates the route that institution will go. Every institution will run by the dictates of the owner, the way he wants it. That's how it will run. Joseph Numa Boyka, sadly, is the president of the Republic of Liberia. He is the head of government. He dictates the policy, the program of the government. Our system of governance is as such that the executive branch of government, while it is true we are saying that, and we continue to say that there are 3 branches of government, but it is a reality that the executive branch has enormous power. And sometimes she even oversteps her bound to subdue other branches. It happens. We've seen it. So the government is run by the agenda of the president because he is the head of government. He represents government. So People will behave in the form, way, and manner in which they will behave because they are seeing that from the head, their attitude or behavior is being encouraged. Why you think a Patrick Sudu under His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah will engage protesters? We understand that these people are protesters, they are not enemies. They've not committed crime, or they are not committing any crime. It is our right to engage these people and be able to see how best we can find an amicable solution to the issues that they are raising. And to do that, we must be civil. Why you think the police under Patrick Sudu or the police under His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah will say we cannot treat these people as if they are slaves? They are our brothers, they are our sisters, and when they have issues, since you, the police, are the first line of contact, going there, you must do it in a respectful manner. You must respect their right. You may not like what they are doing, but their rights must be respected. To the extent that under His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah, it is a known fact, and I can't overemphasize it, that the police, what they were doing, giving out food to protesters. I want to welcome my own big sister and mother, Madam Cisse. How are you, Mama? Welcome. We appreciate you. Thank you. I want to eat cucumber. Okay, okay. Minnie, please. So we saw that under His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah, where we saw the police being very, very professional. Very, very professional. No, don't get me wrong. I am not saying that there were not issues. There were issues, but we saw a high level of professionalism on the part of the Liberian National Police under His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah. We saw that. Under His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah, we continue to see a high level of respect exhibited by the Liberian National Police, by the citizenry. But unfortunately, fellow Liberians, under this particular government, what we are seeing is the opposite. I'm sorry, my people. We are doing different thing here too. The show. Yeah, we got to manage the terrain management so that we can't get any distraction. We got to see how best we can divert. Uh, you know, so just bear with us. Yeah, bear with us. Yeah, bear with us and we'll be good. Okay. Mm, Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Yeah, so we got to negotiate our way through. Thank you. Thank you so much. So under His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah, we saw a very, very mature police. Don't get me wrong. I am not telling you that there were not issues. There were issues. But the Liberian National Police exhibited high level of professionalism. Today, what we are seeing under Wecome, his bossman Joseph Numa Boeka, and Councillor Tue is the opposite of what we saw under His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah. Today, people are being brutalized by the very police. And I will play you a video that is very, very graphic, but I'm going to play you this video. We'll play you this video. Today, there was a serious tension in red light. A serious tension in red light. This case has been ongoing for a while, where another citizen took another citizen to the court, and As per the information that we've gathered, this lady won the case. And the court awarded her this particular land or this particular area on which a mosque is built. So she's been trying to evict people in that particular vicinity, and there has been some level of resistance from, there has been some scrimmages. And those who are occupying the land and members of the court or the police. Now, this is where a responsible government will always come in, and you will see the distinction. When you see these kind of things happening, where a group is seriously resisting, then there is a need for government to be able to employ some level of mature mechanism to be able to resolve the issue. It is not everything that should be resolved by means of violence. That's why we have community leaders. That's why we have these different religious institutions and religious leaders, so they can be able to help and aid in issues that are affecting people in the community. So from the information gathered, the court went there to invade these people, and some people were in the mosque spraying, according to what we gathered. And fast forward, an altercation erupted between the court officers and that of the people who were around the area or who, were in the mosques. Other civilians came around. Instead of the police protecting everybody, those who came around, those who are at the center of, the tension, the police decided to allow one group to be vulnerable at the mercy of the other group. And I will play you video. I am not one person that will say we should disrespect the court or the law. But I am one person that will always say that sometimes you engage the leaders of the community in order to resolve issues. Because if such is not done, the consequences, the aftermath will be deadly. And what we saw today is sad. Report just came out of how Liberia has dismally performed. And today, look at what we are seeing. So the court officers went to the site and said, well, we are going to evict these people. While they were in the mosques, other people who are not even police officers, who are not law enforcers, decided to come and use excessive force on the other group of people who were at the mosques in the presence of the police. Watch this video. Watch this video. It's sad. Watch this video. Viewers, discretion are advised. Court officer beating this particular boy. You see that? A court officer beating the boy, along with even the bystanders or the other people, hitting on this particular young man, my people. What kind of crime this man commit? What kind of crime this man commit? You look at this court officer. You see why we continue to tell you that Liberia is on the time bomb, and every day the tension is getting so heated, and if care is not taken, before the useless man that call himself president, Joseph Numa Boyka, leaves the presidency, Liberia will be somewhere else. That's why whenever I sit here, I say my worry is not about useless Boyka leaving power, because he will leave. Whether Boyka likes it or not, Boyka will leave. Boyka will not be the president 1 minute after 2029. He will not be. He can't be. He will not be. Not through any undemocratic means, but through the democratic means. Boyka will not be president comes 2029. But I continue to say that my fear, my worry, my cry every day is what His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah will be left with. That is the worry that I have every day. And every day as I sit down, that's why can be on my mind. I say, God, what kind of nation His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah is going to inherit in 2029? What kind of nation? What kind of people? What kind of mindset? Because leading people in a chaotic situation for 6 years, it's not something easy. 6 years is not 6 days. It's not 6 hours. It's not 6 months. Not 6 weeks. That's 6 years we are talking about. Everywhere you go in Liberia, the level of violence has so increased to the extent that fellow Liberians, people who are even walking on the street, are at the mercy of criminals, so to speak, and bystanders. Somebody want to do bad to you, they will just see you standing there, just holler, roll, roll. And people will not ask questions, they will just jump right at you and inflict pains on you. Now, I am not looking at any religious something in this. No, I'm not looking at who wrong, who right. No. I am looking at the level of lawlessness that is even being perpetrated by the people who are supposed to protect the law and protect you and myself. The people who are supposed to ensure whether you are wrong, whether you are right, whether you are left, whether you are right, whether you agree or whether you disagree, that all of us should be protected under the law. I am afraid that the people who should be protecting us, the people who should be ensuring that we as citizens are given the necessary protection, these people are the one inflicting pains on us. My people, there is a level of tension that we are observing in Liberia. The resentment of the people towards the government is breeding, is growing, is getting every day heated. It's not easy. Now, come in, let me answer this. So every day we continue to see tension. And the police that should be protecting our people, they are not protecting our people. Let's watch this. I want us to watch this. Let's watch this here and see what is happening here. Look at what is happening. You see there? Look at the court officer, the court sheriff. You see the court sheriff here? Inflicting pain on this particular ward, on the both of them. Look here. Look at this young boy. How this young boy is being abused. Look at him. How this young boy is being abused. Look here. Look. And even people who are standing by are beating on this boy in the name of why they should continue to be in the building that the court has already evicted them from. Let's even agree that these people are there. Is that not the reason why the police are there? So you can see that people are vulnerable in Liberia. That if people will not even be afraid, the police are around. Police officers are around to protect. And they will go as far as inflicting pains on people with the police presence and the police aiding them. Then know the kind of country we find ourselves in. They know that we are in danger, that the lives of our people are not protected. Like I said, this is a 5-minute video. Let's play it. I don't know. It's hard to play. I got to talk, but let's play it. Watch it. See the court officer kicking this ball. Just
My name is Warren D12. One person has been arrested here.
you see, so in front of police. You see what the civilians are doing? You see what the civilians are doing in front of the police. I don't know. I hope Facebook will not block this my stuff. I hope Facebook will not block this. This is very something. I hope Facebook will not block it. Now, what I am showing you here is how the Liberian National Police has been compromised to the extent that they are not even protecting whether they accuse or the one who commit the crime or whatever. That in front of the police, civilian will come and take somebody and drag that person to go brutalize that person. Look at this. I hope Facebook is not going to block this, man. I don't know. But I'm going to take this risk. If they block it, well, that's it, my people. Some of these things we got to show it to you so you can see it. So let's play it. I don't know, but let's play it.
One person
Look it.
is yeah.
You see that? Look at the court officer. You see that? See what is happening here? You see that? Beating on him. You see what is happening? Now, I want us to look at the level of violence that is being perpetrated against these people. I want you to look at the level of violence. And what is even scaring, the people who are committing these crimes are police officers. When I tell you, just a minute, we're doing plenty of different things here. What is it? People, you jelly, all kind of thing. You're sorry, my people. You know that different things we're doing here. Yeah. You okay? You okay? Yeah. Thank you. Hmm? Nothing happened to it. Yeah. Yes. You're sorry, my people. You're sorry. You're sorry. So at the end of the day, only because it is alleged that the court ordered them to leave the place, and when the court sheriff went on the site, these people were in the mosques, they were praying. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to bring any religious stuff here, whether be a Muslim. That is not my concern. I am not into the religious business in this whole stuff. You know why I am into? The protection of people's life, even if they are accused, if they are evicted from a particular area by the court. That does not give the court, sheriff, the right to beat on these people. That does not give the police the right to stand by and allow these people to be humiliated and allow these people to be brutalized by other civilians. It is wrong. I will play this. I don't know whether Facebook will block it, but however the case is, we got to show it to you. Yeah. However the case is, I want you to see how the police that should be protecting the people's right are the ones that are there, and these people are carrying on this kind of brutal act. Just watch. Look there, you see that? Look at this one
My name is Warren D12. One person has been arrested here.
Look at the civilian. Look at
So one person has been arrested.
You see what is happening? This guy is not a police officer. He is just like any ordinary Liberian. While this particular fellow is in front of the police officers that should be protecting him, the man is already bleeding. Another civilian went there, jacked this man by his trouser to carry him in the crowd so that they can be able to beat on him. Watch it. Washington.
So one person has
Dragging
been
on the ground.
One person.
And the police walking.
Friday, yeah.
Okay, Jim. Okay, Jim.
So folks.
These were people that were in the mosques, according to the information. See what is happening? You see the person looting?
They arrested one person. One person has been arrested. One person has been arrested. Yeah.
You see the police beating? You see the beating people? You see what is happening here?
Oh, let me ask you something. We discussed it. How you doing? How you doing, sir? How you doing? What's your name? How you doing? How you doing, sir?
You see? You see what is happening in Liberia, my people? This is what is happening in Liberia, where the police cannot even protect people who are allegedly accused of occupying a place that court officer or court sheriff went to evict. You see, when the incident happened at the CDC headquarters, when they were breaking down buildings and destroying things, some of you felt that it was just the CDC headquarters and no problem. They can do whatever they want to do with it. But today you see what is happening? Another group of people who are occupying an area that is quote unquote being given to another person through court procedure. Court sheriff went there. Hey God, for God in heaven's sake, you could not protect the occupants of the building. Even if the court gave you documents and say go and evict these people, does that mean that these people must be exposed to violence? Does that mean that you must, inflict pins on them? You see what is happening? You see what our country has turned into? You see where our nation is? Where people are no longer afraid to commit crimes, even in the presence of police officers? Look at what happened to that guy. To admit, it's a sad day for me. Sad because the police has always been, in our mind, the first line of protection for the citizens. That has been the first line of protection. A criminal will steal and decide to run straight to the police station because he knows that when he gets to the police station, his protection is secure. People will commit crime and walk directly to the police because they believe that the police will be the one to protect them. But look at what is happening. You went to an area to go and evict people. For God in heaven's sake. does that give you the tenacity, the temerity, whatever you will call it, the strength, the balls to beat on these people like the way you are doing? Does it give you the right? My brother Jake, welcome, sir. How are you?
Yes, salute to you and to the followers. Thank you. And you please have to share the video. I know you down. You saw that video, you down.
Yeah.
I can go ahead quick.
Yes, sir. Go right ahead,
Let
sir.
me tell the followers here, Prince, that video you displayed. Listen to me. That the police new tactic. Listen, you know who these guys are beating the other people? What part of the war you see here before? These are members of the Unity Party. They seem that they don't deploy new tactic. Don't be distracted. No, that a new tactic. I said for the day forward, I'm gonna keep this video. Any protest in the country that I will be operating. That people that you see, all those that take the clip or that video on the faces they show in the video dragging in front of the police officer that all members of the United Party that are new tactic they employ. Let me tell you today, because they are condemning Greco-Common and they're using citizens within their party. Anytime the reality here, that this is reality, facts. Ask anybody on the ground. Ask, according to real intel, the reality, that the new thing that I bring. Wait, please, common sense. Even police cracking down on protesters. What kind of citizen the police get armed, they get everything. But you can see, look at the thing that they're wearing to come and help the police. Because the police have been tinted bad into the international community. So they deploy in a particular tactic. When I tell you I'm gonna read the Unity Party playbook, you think I'm joking? You think I'm joke? You think that for the people to relinquish power, they just showing up. They're just showing the Liberian people a glimpse that will happen by 2028 or 2029. They're just painting the picture clear. They see the writing is on the wall now. We hear them talking about Georgia will not come back. Georgia will not come back. Georgia will not come back. The people get a lot of things deployed in the arsenal. They prepare. It will take the country back to that dark days. They will take it to that dark days. They don't care. What are dragging the country and all the surrogate are willing to the hatred they get for the CDC, especially the CDC. It's not much here. But please look at you've been part of the whole thing here. You've been flagging things before some working on the internet. What kind of government you ever saw performing like this before? A government that won't relinquish, a government that will relinquish power. They put in fear, intimidation in every form. Watch and see. They just small thing in the surface. By 2028. Watch and see. You will keep this video. You say, yes, Jake. You say like you sense it long term. A reality. There's no propaganda. No propaganda. They play from the playbook. They can never relinquish power easily. Even you get court document to evade people. You think that the process that the way, marking the people there, you use people within the Unity Party to be part of that whole evasion. All the people that are beating all these people then. You dragging, citizens come and dragging, and men are dying, crying in front of the police. Why are you happy and part of the war? But let me tell you something. You know what's not gonna get angry in America? Those of you are in America. When this guy was taking documents going to Congress, these are the video that can implicate the whole Unity Party. These are the documents. Our video evidence. There's not an AR. These are the video you have to get angry and march on Washington, D.C. Prince, they think we're taking leather this. You'll be surprised when JB saying there here every time there'll be nothing they call 2029. Some people start paying attention to me, but coming soon. I come in this month or next month early to rock Liberia, to rock the whole country. I know they were wish on me here, but I finished putting my intel together. When I say, hey, you think I just talking a mad because I just want to say it from my head, that's something I know that will happen. You see what happened in the country?
My brother Jake, there are too many things that are running through my mind right now. Like you said, for a man to be on the ground, look at this man. He is literally on the ground and begging for his life, going
Yeah.
to the police for help. And right in front of the police cannot even help this particular fellow to the extent that this it's just my brother. I look. It's just look at what is happening. Let me something sound here. Let's even agree that these people.
Okay, Prince, who these guys are breaking who?
Look here,
You
look
see?
here. In front of the
Okay,
police.
okay.
The guy fell
Look
down
at
in front of the police. Look.
Prince. Okay, there's one that they wanting to take on the stick. All these guys, video them good, and later on they will know what I'm saying here. Right in front of the police. Right in front of the police. What part of the war is happening? Prince, let me remind the followers here. You're quick to forget. When you remember Baka made one major statement in the Republic of Liberia, but people they downplaying it. The opposition group downplaying it. When you watch this Tony and talking, and Baka told your Liberian people should register gun.
Yeah.
Liberian people should register gun. Prince, 2028, the amount of gun that will be in Liberia, that will. Yeah, I'm looking at your ear. That's like crazy that joy day. I would say to relinquish power to these people. Then they believe he will come back to take it. Prince, I come in lay the whole story how it will happen. They will keep the video that will display him on I come in on a big channel. I will come on 2 radio stations. I move on so. I'm making all my enrichment one-on-one with him. I will let the cat out of the bed. I will lay it all how it will happen. And they will keep that video. Pray. The people are prepared beyond 2029. It calls for the country to go by in the dark days. It will go by in that dark days. That's the people playbook. They never want to relinquish power. So they will do then when you see that the surface, the main scenario will come by 2028. I think you will see it. And while I tell people, as a CDC, after your party headquarters, I pray hard George Ramon never embark on no contact tour. And they will listen to that business. You lose an election when you back an election not coming close. It's still far. Then you say you want to back on contact tour to tell the people thank you. It will be one of the biggest mistakes CDC will. I just saying it. It will be one of the biggest mistakes that were made. The president coming on airport just to come. You see how they can intimidate the CDC people. Then you're talking about going to contact tour. Why you vulnerable? No matter what. No, they call contact tour. Why election not near yet? To tell the people thank you for what? The people that voted you out. The people that did everything to move you. What are you going to tell them thank you at? Thank you for what? Joseph Baka need to tell the people thank you on December 6th. You need to tell the people thank you. The gallery. And now the president, former president, to tell the Liberian people thank you. Thank you for what? The people that stab you from the back. The people that voted you out. They say, you see what happening today when the men of God they be telling the country, be telling Liberian people, is it not joke visionary brother see? That the country will go back. It's not a joke because we don't believe in God anymore. That's why they don't believe in prophecies anymore. You see it. Everybody's, even people within the United Party, they're scared to even go to Liberia. A lot of people scared to go to Liberia.
Wow.
You seen it? That evasion could get order. Massive. Prince, everything. That police, we're in a police state now. Liberia is a police nation. It's a police nation. They have already decreed it. No rule of law respected. No rule of law. Because all these documents are documents to catalog. Catalog them, video evidence, your march to the warehouse, your march to the State Department. Let me tell you something, why they think we catch. When I tell you why it will happen, why it will be seen, why it will be threatened, the men are ruling America. You better get it in, when I get a credit no more. He hate while it's go. This man, let me tell you something. The men are ruling the greatest country that bringing peace all around the world. He was witch hunted by the Democrat. Witch hunting your political opponent. He against now. America, if you will go to war with Venezuela, they will go to war with Venezuela. Let me tell you, if anybody that in power, when you witch hunt your opponent, Donald Trump can come for you in a phone. He saw how he threatened Nigeria because they're cracking down on Christianity. He threatened them. Because the videos are there. He said for an Oval Office, he warned the Nigerian president. He warned him. You're cracking down on Christianity. I'm coming for y'all. I'm coming for y'all. People fear you. Now, what's what the president said here? So all this video, you're gonna take this video for granted. You're living the greatest country. You get lawyers upon lawyers. You can march to the Capitol building. Now the Republican in power. These are, if they see this video, it's damaging. Look at, they fail the MCC scorecard, but they still implementing all these things. When they try to get far, the video is so damaging to any society that around the world. Chris, it's so damaging.
Sure. It's
Like
just
people,
scary,
it's so
you know.
damaging.
It's not only that it's damaging, but it's scary.
It's scary. It's scary for everybody. Check evasion. You massacre this hindering people that kind of way, video upon video. Well, what we leading to today? It wasn't on George Reagan that. Never. It never happened on Patrick Suru. You think Patrick Suru was not radical? Patrick Suru was radical and he's a hard-headed guy. But George Reagan contained him. God said, no, we can never. You police director, but anything that happened to citizens in this country, you will lose your job. How Patrick Suru then restricted herself. Ask people about Patrick Suru record in the national police. Ask people record. Record component. You think record component radical than Patrick Suru? Yeah. Wow. They're not radical than Patrick Suru. Ask anybody. What about fearful policemen in Liberia or Patrick Suru who calming down the president because a posture, a peaceful posture, a peaceful nature. So listen to me, this country, nobody will be cracked down here. George said something here, and Labron people finish forget. He said, "Oh no, my word, there will be no checkpoint in this country. There will be no." You see why they make get power out? You see why they make get power? Prince, all this video, the damaging video. We were in the corridor of Washington, D.C. We were in the corridor of Washington, D.C. talking about sanctions. And that was that sorry gay. Everything they will run to Washington, D.C. All of them when they were in the when they were in a collaboration, CPP, all of them, the Vodio, then all these people then today. We in a police state. We're not in no democracy no more. We're in a total police state. It's going to what dictatorship now. Or even journalists in the country now fear for their life.
Sure. It's just so.
You know how many times they threaten Voice of Liberia, all these guys, KOK, they be way on it. Now many people telling them every night, every day when they come from that studio to go back home. Maybe they get people mind them as to the studio speaking. People survey, people that let them protect that studio. They're doing it because they're brave. If you're not brave, you can never. Intimidation from all angles. Watch 2028. All the people you saw in the video among the police are all United Party stooges. Let me tell you, no normal government will do this.
My brother, it's just so scary. But today something happened, right? Something very, very terrible also happened. I don't know. After this report, it's as if the government is angry and they are taking the anger to the people. Again, today, there was another protest
The
where
blind.
people who are physically challenged were beaten by the police again.
So
You know, the video is here and it's just so
Prince,
terrible.
Prince, there's people in that say, well, because you're wasting time to send a video, they're wasting time for you to protest into the they get Palestinian, they get people there protesting all in the country. They get thousands of Sidician. They get thousands of Liberian. They want peace for that country because they get a lot of investment in the country. Then these people doing the kind of misrule. You're saying that in the greatest country, why they get other country protesting to the State Department, protesting, sending voices up there for them to want their government to change that narrative, to change the way they govern the country. Then you sit there, so in our George Weah, everybody will be going to warehouse. There be videos upon video, documentary upon documentary, videos upon video that indict these people. How can the blind? I said, anybody in the West see them, you cracking down the disabled, you finish. They don't do it. How much so much disabled? How can you not talk to them? You play the video, yeah. It's too sad. It's a
My
sad
brother,
day for our country.
today, I don't know. Today is just, and sending the videos to me, people, I'm just like, oh no,
I know
this cannot,
you don't have that courage to talk. I know.
this cannot be.
You can't believe that
It's
your
just,
country
it's
now.
just so, my brother, I'll lie to you. It's disheartening. It's really,
Yeah.
really, it's disheartening. This is something that, it's just too ugly. I mean, just too ugly for such a thing to be happening in Liberia under the watch of a man who claimed to have worked in government and understand government and governance to see this kind of thing happening. And what is even more sad is that all of these organizations that yesterday they were making noise and they were yelling here, yelling there, where are those advocates? Where? Look at what is happening here. Let me play this video. Let me play this one here. This is it. Physically challenged, disabled people.
The breakthrough we have right between the first now traffic was not moving, but based on the intervention of the director of dialogue with those protesters so far. But they are still on the main road, as you can see. We are still here. They are here still on the main road, still having conversation with the director of
Look at how this look what is happening here.
Kwabo is there. First, the Labrador National Police, they are trying to seize the situation, and you can see how best to lead a spokesperson or the president trying to calm the situation. There's somebody here. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We are still here. We
Send me the other video. I'm trying to locate the video. The other blind guy he was brutalized. This guy was brutalized, beating. I have in the video. I just want to be careful now to play this video then before they block, my stuff. That's what I'm kind of bit like, taking time. But my brother, what look at what is happening today.
Prince, you see the difference between George Weah and Joseph Boaga. Even in our George Weah, this will not even happen. It will not even happen because it's a guy that catered to blind. That the guy he will cater to them. Listen to me. First of all, this will not happen on George Weah. Reality will never happen. Even if the people will protest, Georgia will send somebody from the executive branch of government directly to go calm that thing down. What you want? They will intervene directly where you want. Who holding your how much so much these people asking for? How much so much? You increase the presidential budget. All these pro team, these people, you cannot take $1 million or $2 million and put it aside for the disabled people, the blind and the albino. The blind and the albino, every month you get them small money, those are responsible for them. Or you don't want to put it in somebody's hand, the government take direct initiative. The people have been forgotten about in our society. The blind, the disabled, and the albino. Nobody talks about them anymore. The people protesting to get their due benefit from the natural resources. Now, what I want to say, the budgets of audio budget, I don't talk about it. I don't want to dignify that budget because the common people, after passing, talking about budget to carry to the legislature whatsoever, to pass it, the people just came to protest. Strictly, some president, oh, I hear some kind of news about the blind people. Just go down there, just dispatch setting, what the Minister of Presidential Affairs, this kind of thing, when Mangating or War 2, this kind of thing, Mangating or K22, Mangating will just drive strictly. Who your leader here? Police, you stop it. I won't listen to these people. These are you see, the Liberian people regretting now. They are regretting heavily. These are the things where Patrice Sulu that will handle with peace, where Mangating will come and intervene. Call the leaders then together. It's okay, they think, what y'all want? We're coming to you. Today, we okay, that 3 representatives come and follow us. 3 person that we go meet the president. Any money they will share it with them, and they will put them in that plane. That's what the CDC used to do. You think the people never had that? They were not angry on the CDC? Or you ever saw this kind of protest there on the CDC? Because Georgia had people that can quiet all these things down. Magay, one of the brain. That's why today you should see the Unity Party couldn't stand Magay. Because a lot of fire, Magay put it off in the country. Protests, a lot of protests were in the making. When Magay just get an idea only, he called the president straight, say, oh, they won't come outside this week. He said, go meet them again. That's how Georgia were ruling the country. That's how they were controlling the country, putting fire off everywhere. When they see Magay, what they bring, that's why you should see the Unity Party, they never stand Magay until they did everything to sanction him.
You know, Jake, what is even more scaring is it's like it is the government that is even fueling the problem in Liberia.
Yes.
It is the government that is even encouraging the problem in Liberia. It is the government that is even supporting it, almost like they are sponsoring this kind of mayhem and carnage. I'm sitting here and plenty things running through my mind. I remember of one Siane, a Liberian Canadian who went to Liberia. You know of that story. That girl, she was murdered right in her own room, in her own house. And it was alleged that the police guy that she was loving to was the guy allegedly who committed that crime because she had some money in her place. Up to today, as we speak, my brother, nothing came of that particular issue. Nothing.
And nobody, you see, I want to say, and nobody from Canada, nobody, all the Liberian Canadians in Canada, they never flag it to that government to say, listen, even she's citizen of Canada or she or Liberian or teen citizenship or document concerning Canada. These are the things. You march to your state house in Canada. You say somebody went to visit they left, work hard, pay taxpayer money here, went to Liberia, they killed that person. Nothing comes from other. These are when they be preaching a lot of noise on social media. Why are these people? Why are these people? Preach, when I tell you there will be nothing they call 2029. I hope it happen. But what I know is rare. It's seriously rare. It's rare. It's rare. Preach. You see the writing on the wall. The people not tolerance people. Look at the blind. How much $1 million they blind, the disabled, the albino need? How Joshua, that my question was asking then, that the question I asked Liberia, are you better off now than the 6-year-old George Weah as he's seen the country? But they did everything to bring MTA buses to compare. That when I tell you they compare it to CDC, because Georgia brought 45 buses, they brought there. They put the president inside, they put the president in the bus to patrol in the country, to parade the buses in the country. See the reception on the street. They're booing them.
And that's another thing, sir, that even bring that,
Wait, I never bring the buses. You carry the president, dedicate the buses. Why? Who tell him? When I tell you the president not in control, the people will believe me now. They can just tell the president not in control of anything. Joseph, okay, they bring buses for the country. Yes, we agree. You land on the buses. You put your ribbon there. You take the president. Say, can go dedicate these buses for the National Transit Authority. The director there, all those people. You walk the president. You walk. You make the president to sit down in a bus. You know that the first of its kind. We've been having NTA since Samuel Dotan. NTA not news story. It's not a news story because we had a civil war, all these things went away. The Georgia and the King brought buses from. You saw Georgia in any bus really? How you will lower the presidency like this because you want to prove something to the Liberian people? President, who put the president in the kind of boss? The president sort of sacked the president here. Who brought that idea to the president?
Jake, what is even more disgraceful is the reception of the people.
Yes.
The people that you say you bring the buses for. The people that you say the buses are intended for them. Look at this. Look at this video.
It's so shameful.
Look at this video. Look at this video.
The caveat.
People line up on the street to boo at the president. You see?
And in front of the Unity Party. Nobody pay these people to come boo. Nobody pay them.
But who pay them? Look at the crowd alone on the street that booing. So you want to tell me that people pay them? They're coming from opposition. Are you head office? No.
These are Liberians that voted for Joseph Yiman Buaka. These are the people. When Georgia brought 45 buses. They brought 45 from India. Divide some with the University of Liberia and other places. You saw the reception. And they used to say that boss will eat. And I used to say that boss will eat. Anything the president bring in the country at that time, that boss will eat. The people not happy. Friends, they taxing these people. The tax gone from 10% to 13%. Reality. From 10 to 13. How can they afford? Government taxing. Government taxing because they want to meet that march. They want to meet that mark. What they taxing? Inflation is high. On another level, the bread and butter issue. Our daily things that we need to take care of the household is skyrocketing. The commodity, the basic commodity Liberian people use, the food, the sugar, the tissue, the toothpaste, all these daily commodity, the flour, the sugar, the butter, the bread, the egg. And they say the raw egg company, how much they can provide for the Liberian people who are society that can consume, everyday consume. What happening? They parade the president in a bus to go around the press. That when I say the president is not in control, that's it there. They can say, let go, so he goes there. Oh, but the president get in the bus, that go around. That's a president duty. You take the president of the Republic of Liberia, you're brought him low to that kind of thing. What is transport minister? What Why a presidential affairs minister? If the
My
president,
brother, are you surprised when this president can go and dedicate Lotto boot?
yeah,
Lotto boot that only lasted for 1 week. When they can take the president from Morovia, dragging all the way to Bapolu, and
yeah,
the line to go open where? They have seen that this particular man is as useless as anything, and they will just use his face
yes.
to be able to project themselves. And that's what is happening.
Bring a saddle.
The last
I
time, Water Tower, in that Water Tower, he went to dedicate Water Tower. Water, they play where people can just base around long and take the pull it thing and put it over it. He went to go dedicate it. The last time somebody cleaned it where the base sheet were not even correct, they went to go dedicate clinic.
I say they taking it. I want to can ask question. If his children ain't aware of all these things, how do first of all, I would say, how you taking my follow? You think my follow stupid or what? How you be taking my follow to different places because in president? The young one do the people job with teaching. Well, how you will bring the presidency so low that?
But my brother, are you surprised when people are desperate for recognition? The thing is, this government wants to prove
Yes.
that what President Weah did, they can do it. President Weah went dedicating project that cost millions of dollars in Liberia, they can do the same. So they will continue to use Boeka in the way, form, and manner in which they are using him. Because Boeka wants to prove a point that, yes, I can be able to do it. So with these things that are happening, Boeka call it on himself. He's desperate. He wants to prove a point. It almost like the government is fighting or is trying to prove a point against the CDC government. They don't care about whether the people are suffering. They don't care about whether jobs are not around the place. All they want to do is that, hey, President, we are did it. We too will do it. That's what they own. They have not come to lead the people. It's almost like somebody say, okay, I will get in this relationship because I want proof a point to the other person. So whatever they are doing, they are not doing it because of love. What they will be doing, they are not doing it because they feel so much convicted and they feel this person is close to them. They are doing it because they only want to prove a point to the next person. And this is what is happening.
If the president were in control, that when you were parading with that boss, when the people were, and I mean, a president or advisor to the president, all those that made me to go in that box, I will sack you. It demean the president.
Who made to go in a board, my brother?
They convincing.
The man, when you call convince, all men like that, it is something here who have worked in government that hey, say somebody
Prince, let me ask you, Prince, let me ask the followers here now. Let me ask all of you here. Would that be real here? You never get an 82 years old grandfather or 82, 83. When you tell the old man, let's go on the road, me buy you something, he can't follow you. Listen to me. You know how they treating Boaka? You know how this guy treating Boaka? They got them new Boaka from the get-go before he became president. You think how they were pushing all the propaganda, they narrated it because they wanted to control the country. They knew who was Boaka. So they say, who will control this country? The only thing we need, let me tell you, one of the person that dying, regretting this thing to the 4 years today, that was Henry Costa. He beating himself in the neck. He hitting himself. Say, what did I did to myself? This was the guy that they know the man record everything. Henry Costa told Liberian people to all car parking. Jeremiah Kun, all of them know that the brain will go down. They stick the videos upon videos are there. They knew the weight of this man, but they lied. They go on the airwave. They go on the internet years and years. They bamboo the internet, spread out gibberish for years and years. It sank in the Liberian people. They would take day by the picture from another country. They would put it on the internet, say like Liberia. They would do the other rainfall disaster from different Nigeria, all kind of country. They confuse the internet. They even use all these Congress guys and Smith then all. They use everybody. The island way. Who they got they never put in place. All these guys in, they use them because they want their power. They team the repetition of the CDC in the Western world, especially America. It was late. The propaganda machinery was too hard. They spread everywhere like a virus. Today, the Liberian people, I said, if you made survey in this country now, Liberian people still believe there was 16 billion out of missing money. Joab, so I can ask the question, I said, Joab, how many condominium? I said, when Henry Kosane was spreading that, I said, Henry Kosane know what they call condominium? He ever slept in a condominium? You know what when I ask Liberian people, you know what they call condominium? You show me the building like a condominium. You can just hear the word condominium because they lie to you, they cajole you. You know, you ever slept in condominium? Hey, followers here. They know what they call condominium. How Joab Bemo 30, 50, 65 condominium. You know they call condominium? They don't even sleep inside. They never saw, they know what they call condominium. They ran with that story. 25 million out of mopping. All they thought dying. Children then. So laugh. They spray. They press you on la bureau. Never, all of them went silent. Nobody could fact check nobody. The media, the radio station, all of them were in cahoots. The running CNN, the BBC corresponding, all of them were in cahoots. They damaged the government with in and out. What were the result? In marching with all that thing, only 17,000 votes. Prince Johnson then stole the election in Nima County. Prince Johnson then stole that election in Nima County. Prince. So the highlight, imagine with all that spread. So the man was so powerful. And they won with 17,000 votes by cheating. Even in the Amara Corner, other than New York, in the so-called war room, the data room, where after the election you were crying, acting like crocodile, tears coming from your eye, that he had the data. They never had no data. The election was stolen by NEC and Malcolm McCarthy, the former ambassador, the American ambassador to Liberia. They didn't want to steal that election because he was part of the NEC. He was a member of the NEC. They didn't want to steal that election. Now, what I always question followers here, the first round of the vote, who won the first round of the vote? That the nail in the coffin, who won the first round of the vote? When they went to the second round, they had the data damaged. They had the data damaged. Imagine with all that propaganda for 6 good years, they won George with only 17,000 votes. In that voting, the election was stolen by the late Prince Johnson. You know what I would say? I would say you something here, Prince, you will get shocked. You will get shocked on the platform. There's an audio. You know who get that audio? Sam Coker. I don't know when you will play that. Prince, when I come on air in Liberia, there are 4 audio in Liberia. It never circulate. I know people that are in possession of the audio. I will say they won't yet tonight. Sam Coker got audio from Prince Johnson. As he today, if anybody can relate that particular clip, you will say, but who that guy talking about audio? Sam Coker will never deny it. He got an audio from Yellow Johnson. I don't know what time he will play it. That day he played the audio, the whole country was shaking. The election was Sam Coker know directly, deeply in his heart that the election was stolen in Nima County. He know it. Please, you are in Nima. Please, anybody never voted against George Weah. I can challenge anybody. I know it. No. The Prince, because of the influence of Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson was even afraid. I will carry you the video Prince Johnson said to one of who know get a video, AB way you get that video. Prince Johnson had somebody, they recall Prince Johnson. He told I think somebody within that circle, I know that they part of the MDR. He said, you can't let the board, you can't disgrace me in Nima County. I think you heard that video. Prince Johnson said that, Sally. Say the audio there. He said, you let the board can't disgrace me in Nima County. We're talking to George Weah. Because the record was, you think why George Weah never put all that energy? Because I would always tell people, the mistake the CDC made, I will always say, They lied to the president. I care. The lie that George Weah developed NEMA, he did a lot of work for NEMA, so the NEMA people were voting in. Call Prince Johnson in-house. When Prince Johnson requested for whatsoever money, he was on your side. But they lied to the president. And they had the president have Prince Joseph president couldn't see eye to eye because people were surrogate within the CDC. Senior surrogate within the CDC. They lied to the president. Imagine George Weah Wealth is a cruel woman. I mean, Prince Joseph Wealth is a cruel woman. They link together. Prince Joseph called George Weah my son. Reality. Call in-house. You say, what you want? Settle him whatsoever. When they went against Prince Johnson, they make George Weah to distance himself from Prince Johnson. That kind of way. He had a bitterness that he pushed for Jeremiah Kun today within the Unity Party. And the Unity Party knew if they could win Nima County to Prince Johnson, they would take the election. Thomas Fala try. Oh, imagine we went in Lofa CDC went in Lofa County and put on that kind of number. Then the men that developed Nima County. If we go today, ask anybody and they stay fighting, they will stay for George Weah. They do not live in anymore. But Sam Coker have audio. He have an audio. One day he will release that audio. If they push him on the wall, he will release that a damaging audio. Seriously, Jeremiah couldn't need all in that audio. Sam Coker have an audio with him. Save it. You're not on the phone. He saved it somewhere. Reality. I'm a whistleblower when I tell you something that reality. They will come with a full audio in the country. It never released. George Weah have one. George Weah have one serious one. When the communication with him and Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson met George Weah on a Saturday. In meeting George, before to meet George Weah, he passed away. Because George Weah is powerful. He couldn't see George Weah. Reality. He could. I'm talking spirit. I'm talking in the realm of the spirit. He couldn't see George Weah. Never. He had George Weah don't talk well. But one day, he will release the audio in Liberia. The election time coming now, 2 more years. The whole Nima will shake. And George Weah will go back Nima. Like, but now, I don't want him to do no county tour. Prince, a damaging Liberia, we on a part. Cities have to have, they got to be strong. The people doing everything possible to retain power. You can see the writing on the wall from them. The intimidating people. They're doing it every form. If they cause for the country to go by it. Let me ask you a question. Where last year ever saw Baka talking about peace? You don't keep the peace here. Since opposition time, where you ever saw the president talking about peace? You don't keep the peace here. The peace is in our hand. Liberian people, Unity Party, you don't keep the peace here. You know.
I never hear this old man talking about peace. No.
So
Never heard him talking about peace.
So go on. What you say about the bosses thing now? What you say? What you say?
The thing is, my brother, let me be very fair and frank with you. What I saw today with all of the videos, I can't play all of the video because I'm afraid. You know, I don't want them to block the page.
Yeah, you're right. A damaging, yeah.
Today, what I saw is too devastating. To admit, I didn't know that it was going to have this kind of, you know, I don't know what I should say, but impact on me. You know, I really overlooked it. I didn't know I'm going to have this impact on me. To see what is happening in Liberia. Like I said, my worry is not about President Weah winning because I know he will win the election.
Yeah, okay. Why you always say this now? Yeah, you always saying this, your worry.
My worry is about the aftermath because, my brother, where we are is like the system is damaging, it's becoming terrible. These people that you see in the system, I can tell you for sure, I don't know if that is the right thing to say, but I will say it. President Weah cannot weed everybody out of the government. It's not possible. He will not do it. The President Weah that I know will not just take everybody from in the government and say, look, your move, your work under Joseph Newman Boyka, your go. It may not be at the level of the high, the hierarchy, ministerial level or so. But I mean, like for example, look at the Liberian National Police. These people are gradually getting so much advanced in committing crimes and heinous atrocity in the country. When President Weah take over in 2029, these people, whether we like it or not, they will be there. They will be part. Some of the people that you see working in these ministries and agencies that are aiding and abetting in this kind of criminal attitude in Liberia, some of them are civil servants. They will be in the system. You now weed them out. The minister may go, the deputy minister will go, director will go, but these people will be there. And it is these people that some of them, sometimes, if care is not taken, they will be the ones that people will use to want to damage the system. That is my fear. The minister may not be there, but my brother, whether you like it or not, everybody, once you occupy an office, even if it's for 2 days, you make friends. Somebody there got to like you. Somebody there got to appreciate you. Somebody there got to say, yeah, AJ guy, that correct man. Oh." Even if that 2 days you spend down there, somebody there will be some kind of way they will get attracted to you. They will believe in you. And you can use those people to do so many things. I give an example. Look now, some of the information that we get from government, some of the insider, conversation. You think where we're getting it from? We are not in Liberia, but there are people who work in the government. Even though those that are there are not dangerous and devilish like the Unity Party people were, but they are there giving us the information. So my fear is at the end of the day, when President we are taking these people, they will be there. And if care is not taken, if we don't open our eyes, they may damage the system for us. They will damage it
Okay.
for us.
How about economy wise?
My brother, economy wise, where we've reached now in the country, it's terrible. The government will have to spend enough to be able to resuscitate our economy, especially when it comes to Liberia own businesses. Because right now, as you can see, Liberian businesses are struggling. They are closing down. Liberian businesses are closing down. So the government again will have to spend additional money that the government is supposed to spend, for example, to advance the education sector, the health sector, and etc. The government will be using that money to resuscitate Liberian businesses. You saw when President Weah was there, he initiated what we call the Propo loan for businesses, where $3 million was set aside for Liberian businesses. That particular money that was invested for Liberian businesses to come alive. Joseph Newman Boyka took over. All those businesses are in shambles. They are literally dead. Do you know how much it will take? Because when President Weah take over in 2029, the circumstances, the situation, and the financial help will be different. Even if he allocate, like, for example, $6 million for Liberian owned businesses, that would be another chunk of money that's supposed to be spent to just forward the progress. But it will be like starting again from scratch. You know what that's going to cost? Taking $3 million or $4 or $5 million to give it to businesses again to start from square one. That would be a tough thing. So economically, we will be challenged. We will be seriously challenged. Because you will have a government, especially that I know of President Weah, will be fighting, look, we got to keep these people. We cannot allow these people to go home. These people have to be on job. They get family to cater to. They get they get other things to cater to. We can't allow these people to go home. You know, President Weah now, he will not sit down and say, pull 200% away, sack them, take the 300%, let them go sit down. you will want to maintain them. At the end of the day, it will be a serious burden on the government. The government will struggle. That is my fear. Because Joseph Boy can't get done. Look at how the man is proceeding. He doesn't have respect for the rule of law. He doesn't have respect for the economy. He ain't got time for Liberian businesses. This man is just going about, going his own, and things are just destroying.
Well, Prince, listen, when I tell you, followers, you have to share this video. Prince, when I tell you Joseph Boyka now coming back, you see the signal now? The surrogate, his people finish telling you, say, oh man, listen, Prince, we got to think, people need to think out of the box. You think Joseph Boyka will want to go for a second turn to go again at the age of 85 and going to 86? He will proceed this kind of way. Listen, Prince, you saw what? Look, let me give you logic. Let me give Liberian people logic. Joe, we were fighting for second turn. He was tolerant, heavily tolerant. He knew the situation of the country. Joseph, you see why Joseph Boyka cracking down everything, houses, tearing people property then down? Because he not fighting, he don't care if they will vote for him again. No, he don't care. He will be feeble, that reality. He will be 85 years old, 86. Going out that kind of time, 85 to 86. A comedian that is not coming to be 74 years old, 2029. Gongro, one will be 74, going to 70. According to HSO, so commies on, he still get something, still get a stick. But beyond 2029, coming is done. Beyond 2029. So you will see Alexander Commies down fighting for his political life. At the age 2029, will be 74. The people can fact check me, they can go to an age. Gongro will be 74, 73, 74. These are the numbers I'm calling. These are the numbers I'm calling. So the political future is in limbo. Coming Gongro, then the political future in limbo. That's why you seeing the CMC making wave now, the ability, the CDC just take Asian in favor, heavily Asian in favor. But these people don't have C. And Boyka will be 85. It will go with this. My early 85 now. So they will never have political future. So commies get only one shot to the presidency beyond 2029. Commies don't have a shot. Gongro don't have a shot. They will be political lame dog. They will say the side what probably they will only take ministerial position or other maybe ministerial position or ambassador somewhere if they want to contribute to the nation. But it's not in our favor in our political arena. Because now the African continent looking for young people with strength, with charisma and other things that can make move. So they're not looking at these kind of people. They don't look beyond the 2029. If commies and they didn't get shot to the presidency, they should forget it. George will have shot to the presidency because he's not so to that age yet. Boyka, he will be a lame dog 2029. He can never run. I've challenged anybody. You have to keep this video. He can never run. So that why he ruling, that why he doing everything possible this way. He get nothing to, the president get nothing to lose. He get nothing to lose. If he has something to lose, he will control it. He will govern the country the way the country be governed. So we are the crossroad, Prince. We are the crossroad, serious crossroad. The CDC had to be smart. And I always say, you protect your political leader. You shouldn't embark on country tour. You get no right to go tell country people thank you. If you want to tell them thank you, have press conference. There's some more people to the party headquarters from different counties. You bring them over and tell them thank you for what the election they held. That you coming by whatsoever. But to embark on country tour from all the countries. No. The time will come, you will go on country tour. You are leading figure for the opposition. Your CDC candidate. So wait, 2028, when campaign time starts, you can do your country tour. But for right now, what are you telling the people thank you for? That the only thing I don't like about the CDC people because they're so stubborn. They're so stubborn. That Baka should tell the country, that Baka should go do country tour to tell people thank you because they voted in him. He gotta sell the other branch there. But he can never go on country tour because the way he ruling the country, everybody will get look at he parading with boss, the whole country. You know what that signal mean? If the international community print they see this signal, you brought buses for your citizens to ease transportation, but who are you to know you feeling that reality? Take the clip to any political genius where you can analyze things. They'll say, but no, it's appalling. Our portions are appalling now. They're lacking. If they fake it or not, they can spin that propaganda around and say, they will say, oh, they pay people. Nobody pay. Job outside of the country already, how do they pay people? Paying for what? It's a rejection right there. You bring bosses, they reject you. Look at your bosses, paying in the boss. So like when people not know about air condition, imprint, it's an insult to the Liberian people. So now your mini sons there, let's see later then they get air conditioning in a car. The boss will brought for this summer time, when the weather will be hot. You get a stupid Indian fan in the car. So like when people not get they're decent people for you to get air conditioning in the buses. What we live in the modern world now. You bring new buses in the country, you're painted, you put plastic on it, and you say that new buses. What kind of new buses in the morning time don't have air condition? What kind of new buses in the town don't have air condition? So like people don't know about air condition. Clever, and Google bring people when love life. Like people that love life, that let them look good. Then you pour fan you pour fan all over the place. The Unity Party, yeah, it's good for Liberian people. It's good for Liberian people. They look down on you. They look down on you. Say, well, oh, you cannot bosses to the people, man. Who these people are? They're nothing. You don't do anything. They don't put fan in the buses. We're not looking for no air conditioned bus for them. Taxpayer your money. Now if somebody get the buses so they're free. I got that Liberian government pay for the bus, that taxpayer your money, including part of the Liberian resources money, part of that buses with the resources for the Liberian people, but you brought in buses that don't have air condition. They get fan all over the buses. What a shame. So Liberian people don't know good thing. To tell you the country finished. Liberian people like to look good, decent people. Rated highly in Africa, around the world, people respect the country. The oldest independent nation, the modern digital era. You bring fame boss to us. I like how the Unity Party treated Liberian people. And you say, Joe, we harmonize your pay. You will harmonize his vote. He harmonize your harmonize his vote. Now you're not in power again. So that in reality, follower, you share the video. And we'll soon close. We're reaching our 2 hours mark. So you please have to share the video. I told you, we come here, we don't preach propaganda. No, say reality. You like it or not. You can disagree with all, no problem. Like the debate, you can disagree. Yeah, we welcome any disagreement. But the only thing we're not allow you to insult. No, you can disagree with us. Yeah, we discussing. Yeah, we'll compare and contract. Yeah, compare George, we are 6 years or whatsoever years, and now the Unity Party. They ruled the country before. Not our first time ruling the country. They ruled the country for 12 years. Joseph Baka was vice president. Now they back in power. But the country proceeding the wrong way. That reality, you like it or not, nothing working.
Today, Mr. Boyka said something, right? And probably tomorrow we'll be in a better mood to be able to discuss it.
Yeah.
But President Boyka today said that riding motorcycle is not a sustainable skill. You know, I was like, well, I see why we are the way we are as a people. In America here, taxi drivers are making good money, sustaining their family. You know, some people used to think that when you are a taxi driver, you are nothing, or you can't make it. But here, like here in this place, I come and see that. Wow,
But
some of the
but
things that we overlook back home is
let the
completely
president
different.
go Burkina Faso. Let the president go Burkina Faso. Then
They're
you go
going to visit.
Mali.
Yeah.
Then you go to all the places that are booming. Then you go Cote d'Ivoire. All the
Do you
places there.
know how these people were even sustaining their family? The impact that they were making to society, projects that they were, carrying on. To tell the Liberian people that riding motorbike is not a skill,
But he brought
it's
job
not
in the country.
sustainable. My brother,
Yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow. You hear? Yeah.
yeah, definitely
Yeah.
tomorrow. Again, I want to thank each and every one of you. To admit today,
Yeah, no.
the clips that I received, they took me off. I was really coming, I was like almost within the show when I received some of these, clips. It just, I don't know, for some reason, it just took me off. But I want to say thank you, my brother Jake, for coming
Mhm.
in to,
Yeah.
provide the information. My people, you'll join us tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow will be a very wonderful time where we'll discuss all of these things. But until we meet again, thanks to all of
Yeah.
you. Follow
Salute
the
to you.
page under the Palava Hut. Follow us on YouTube. And let's get ready tomorrow as we come on live. Thank you
Okay.
and have a
Yeah.
very
Bye bye.
blessed day. Love all of you. Bye.